tooth fairy pouch. I've got to get the final done so we can build these Monday and ship all these orders. So just on YouTube here, and then as soon as I have it done, we'll do a normal video on Facebook. I love these plastic rulers that are super bright, but my number 2 is chewed up. Somebody used it or stepped on it or something happened to it, so right where I need to be, I've got a dead spot on the ruler. These were the help Smokey prevent wildlife. The kids had them from school or something a decade ago, man. These were the best rulers. I'll work with my shit right here on my table and it'll never move, and then somebody will just grab it using it and I'll never see it again. Going on, guys? We'll do a normal video on Facebook as soon as I get this done. This is just the tooth fairy pouch right here that I'm finishing up final. So we have a working sample. So come Monday, we can ship all these orders. And I forgot to make a mark right here. So we were supposed to run to Nashville today and pick up a new 7,000 Honda Whisper Light generator. Marketplace deal. Motherfuckers on Marketplace are such a fucking hassle to deal with. $4,000. I assume that since he's selling it, he does not probably have $4,000, but we couldn't do that today. A dude had made a post for a baboon in Nashville on a group I'm in, and I immediately replied. I'm like, I'll buy this for $1,000 if you'll bring it. Never heard shit from him. That was like Wednesday. And then tonight he's like, hey, if you can meet me halfway, I'll do this. Fucking 5 days later, I'm kind of like just over it, you know? The only reason I did it is the dude was in Nashville, and if he would have brought it on Wednesday, I would have bought it. $1,000 for the baboon, decent price for the quality. I mean, definitely not a wholesale price or anything, but I have several baboons. It's just the convenience of it, and I assume that he's selling it. He doesn't have $1,000, and he does have a baboon. It's just crazy. Clayton Wren, why are you retracting messages? I'll be right back here. Well, they can, I mean, sell your junk if somebody's dumb enough to buy it, but it's just frustrating dealing with dudes. Like, if you're posting something for sale, you want to get rid of it or you need the money, and now times it's probably that you need the money. So it's kind of, it's just baffling that, you know, you have the money, but they're in no hurry to get the money. 12 Bravo Tack. If we're talking about sewing machines, let's talk about what you do. What are you making, man? Will it fit? You just gotta put a little spit on it. I'm wanting to make some molly pouches for myself, but I'm draftsman by trade. This is a Conso 206. There's 52 machines here. Whether they say Conso on them or not, 95% of them are Conso 206s. So it doesn't matter what make, most of them are Conso 206s models. The parts are interchangeable, the consumables are the same. And it's easily findable. You can easily find a Conso 206. Stuff like Ginny's will get a better price if they're immediate crisis, tornado and ice storm. You'll get what you want. Yeah, I'm not concerned with it, man. I specifically wanted this 7000 Whisper Light. It's brand new in the box. I have other generators, plenty of them. I'm actually listening to a video about generators right now. Alright, I'll be right back. volume. It speaks volumes, Leo. I heard Conso was a great machine. Ended up finding a Juki 1541. I've got a bunch of Jukis here, bigger ones though. For a guy starting out, that's not what he wants. I don't know. I mean, maybe he is, maybe he does. But if he knew what he wanted, he would buy that, I'm sure. Can anybody hear? Because it's always the same dude saying the same thing. Can you guys hear or can you not hear? Anyone? Bueller? I always put my hook on last so it doesn't grab. Okay, somebody tell that dude that you can hear him. Can hear me. Tooth Fairy pouch. Yes, I believe this is going to be the Tooth Fairy pouch. I told you guys it's going to be fucking awesome. Hey, what are you guys using for like cold weather gear? Not necessarily like a set of bibs, but something to use out in the cold ice snow, on the tractor, in the razors, exposed. I know a lot of guys use like, you know, duck hunting stuff. What brand you guys like? I saw some cool stuff at Gander Mountain today, but I'm not familiar with it. I haven't been to Bass Pro. I'm not highly in the market for something, but something rugged, something durable. These had, you know, some fleece linings inside them. Something for using out, you know, cutting wood and stuff like that. I'm buying a firewood processor. I think I'm going to buy a sawmill also. Wood miser is what I'm looking at for the sawmill. Wolf Ridge is what I think I'm going with for the firewood processor. Gotta say, that's pretty nice. Carhartt. A lot of Carhartts. All right. How much volume? No, I don't think that's what he's asking. Duluth, yeah. Walls, okay. Clam Outdoors bibs. Outdoor, oh yeah, Outdoor Research. That's a given, right? The SEALs use a ton of Outdoor Research, if you guys don't know. I actually have a bunch of Outdoor Research shit here. I didn't even think about that. Can always wear a woman's fleece lined tights. Why in the shop late again? Leo, I don't know what the fuck you're asking, but Amanda's right over there. I'm with Amanda 24 hours a day. I don't know what she's doing. She loaded up a Harvest Right freeze dryer. There's a load of apples. She has processed 30 pounds of giant ass chicken breast. She's processing belts. I don't know what she's doing. Ooh, it's fucking pretty nice. What I heard was, why are you in the shop? Did Amanda leave your ass? That's what I fucking heard. Brothers Cooked on Ordinary, so we started with the day pack. Right on, man. Right on. Edge wrap or sew inside. These are sewn inside, man. That's why you don't see any edge tape here. I wanted a completely different look. When you sew inside, the mistake you'll make, because if you're trying to conserve material, you obviously try to use less material when you're starting. But if you give yourself a nice 1-inch border all the way around your perimeter, so if this is 10 inches wide, make it 11, 12, right? So add 2 inches to it. You're gonna be able to fold it in. The more material you have to fold in, there's gonna be a little more bulk, but it's gonna be way easier to fold it in. So when I build stuff, I kind of build shit how I would build it, and then I kind of go back and redesign it for ease of build for everybody who's going to build it. So, and then I've got foam inside here, quilted inside here as well. So what you see here is just a padded folding pouch, you know, for a folder. A lot of guys put their knives in here. I think Strider actually still sells. I think Strider currently ships their knives out like this rather than with a zippered pouch. So it's nice. It's very padded. I actually thought I was using too thin of a padding. It might actually be too thick. Everything's color matched on this. And then I'm just going to sew these. And I put the label inside, so guys can still put patches, not cover the label, still have exposure to the label. And because the foam is in here, sewing this Velcro on quilted it, sewing the patch on quilted it a little more so you see it from the outside. The stinky, so do you know that you guys know the history behind the stinky pouches? Those were originally, we made all those, the very first of those. So those were chemical, bug repellent canvas for tents, shelter halves. And we had a huge roll of it in the shop. And Ranger Dave had shot it with a 1911. So the round went about halfway through. So as we're peeling off, we would always have this big fucking section. And what we were originally doing with it, before we were ever making the pouches out of that, that's what we were putting inside our holsters for liners. So for our liners, we would take a piece of Cordura and a piece of Cordura, We would sew it inside out, flip it, which was a fucking miserable pain in the ass. And we did over 1,000 of these that went to Japan for the Mark 23 Mod Zero early off, and we made fucking thousands of holsters this way. So we would take and put 3 layers of that shit in there, and then we would square grid it. We would measure it every 1 inch because we were stupid, and we did that for probably a decade almost, until we realized we didn't need the grid to be 1 inch. We just used a ruler, which was 1 1/4, found center, and then ran off of that, and then ran from the bottom up or the top down. When we were doing a ton of it, Dave was trying to make it faster, so we had some thick pieces of plastic that we drilled, and he took and drilled them out like a 1/4 inch hole in them, and then put the template, and then we had a flour shaker, and the flour shaker would go across, we'd put chalk on there. So I had left Mom's house to go do something, came back, and it looked like a whole fucking powder, like a fucking kilos of cocaine or fucking powdered gypsum. There was snow all over everything. It was over the cars. You couldn't see the grass. This shit was everywhere. So that was kind of, that worked for a little while, but not very well. So we finally came up with better shit. But that's where that material originally came from. And we were using it to, we had it just sitting around the shop. So we were using it to make other shit out of it. But the very first, we made all of Strider's pouches for the first, I don't know, 15 years probably. And then we did a ton of their other stuff. I saw somebody on here said bullshit. I don't know what he was talking about. John Brothers hooked right on. I can't hear you. Can anyone else? Leo, it's only you, Leo. Everybody on here is saying they can hear. I just need to move to Camden and go work. How old are you, Bravo? And what do you currently do, man? Leo, the volume's fine. Bullshit. I'm watching on TV, PC, trying to get. Okay, I don't know, buddy. This is like I like to tell guys, when you have 1,000 people and 999 are all on the same page and you have one other dude, that is a you problem. So that is a you issue. I had a dude, funny little story. Dude orders a belt, a 40-inch EDC belt. Says like on every single page, it specifically says order the same size as your pants. So if, and it even goes as far to say as if you wear 32-inch pants and the tag in your pant says 32, that means you're a 32-inch pant and you need a belt in 32. We build our sizes of our belts off of your pants. Now, some history on that. Why do we do that? Because 35 years ago, I wore 32-inch pants. I made a belt that fit me perfectly, and because I wore 32-inch pants, I called it 32. There was nobody making belts in pant sizes. There wasn't any companies. You had Eagle, you had London Bridge, and Blackhawk was pretty new. And everybody did a small, medium, and large. None of those dudes made belts that fit through pants. They only made 2-inch duty belts. And that's what we started making. Well, I guess they did. They made riggers belts. And then we started making riggers belts, so the sizing just stayed. So anything that fit me was a 32, and it went up from there. And I always had a problem that a small didn't give me enough overlap, but a medium gave me too much overlap. So when we started building belts, we sized them off your pant size. Well, that created problems for us. I have 14,000 part numbers just in EDC belts right now. But that's what we've always done. So this dude's like, hey, I ordered a 40-inch belt, and you guys sent me the wrong size belt. Well, you never really know because people are always your biggest frustration. You never know what that means. Does he mean we sent him a belt that says 40 but is wrong? Did he order a 38 and we sent him a 40? So in looking at it, I look through there and I go, hey man, in fact, you did order a 40. We did in fact make and send a 40. Just ship that sucker back here with $8, and we will build a new belt and get it shipped out to you, and we'll swap it out. And he comes back with, let me get this fucking straight. You mean I've paid to order this belt, you sent me a belt that doesn't fit, and you want me to pay $8? Well, it's really $9. The shipping's gone up. I just haven't changed my copy paste, so yeah, you're saving $1. And it just kind of went sideways from there. He's like, look here, friendo. I don't know who's pissed in your chair. And he's just going on and on and on and on. I go, look, man, you got 2 options. You can send that belt back with $8, or you can shove that belt right up your fucking ass until it comes out your mouth. And then you can go kiss your little boyfriend with it. So, needless to say, he's like, well, I'm losing weight. I'll just keep it.
But that's what I like to say. I like to say, he's like, your sizing's clearly off, going on and on. I go, look, man, we make and ship 1,000 belts a week out of here. 4, 5 of you guys wear your sister's jeans, or you just have a weird shaped body and your fat goes someplace different. That is a you problem. If 995 of the belts we send out fit perfect, this is a you issue. So yeah, friendo. I'm like, just the fact that you said friendo, I go, you should go out with your little bitch ass in public and tell some fucking strangers what you fucking want to say and see if they fucking knock your teeth out. I go, the fact is, you're just retarded, man, and it's okay. You just don't realize it. When you're in a group of dudes and you got that one dipshit in the group and you don't know who the dipshit is, you are always the dipshit. I go, and if you don't believe me, go ask somebody that you know, fucking read our emails to him. And he goes, I did, and he's highly disappointed that you're speaking to me. I go, I highly doubt it. I go, you're the dude in the group. I go, you're that dude. So, little belt story. Anyways, Tooth Fairy pouch. It's right here. This is what we're going to ship out as the free pouch for the order. So, if you want one, you have to be on our email list and place the order. If you want multiples, you need to place multiple. Why do we do that? Well, because we bribe you to fucking place an order. It's a lot easier for us to ship multiple small orders because there's inevitably you'll order 20 things and we don't have one, so the other 19 will sit here. Plus, we killed our dealer network 6 years ago now. I had 52 U.S. dealers and 63 overseas dealers. We turned our dealers program off. So there's people that just don't like me, won't order from us, but they still want the gear, so they have their wives order. There's other dudes that will pay twice as much to get the stuff because they don't want to wait. That's kind of the dealer program. We have a lot of dudes that'll order 5, 6, 7, 10 of the same thing. As soon as they get them, they put them on eBay and they sell them for a profit. They're just willing, that's their investment. It's just like sitting on, GM stock and waiting for it to go up. They put their money into SOE. When we finally ship, they put it on sale, and that's it. Anyways, Tooth Fairy pouch. I just needed to put the final together. I'll close this up real quick and show it to you. And then we will go over to Facebook and do a live feed where we walk around and just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Show you the shop. We can look at taxidermy. We can look at fucking dirt bikes, gym equipment, freeze dryer, whatever interests you at the time. Out of thread. You want to be a billionaire? Make a thread that doesn't run out of bobbin thread. Make a machine that doesn't run out of bobbin. Josh, what's up, man? Freeze dryer is freeze drying. Friendo? Probably not. Probably. Who the fuck talks like that? Listen here, friendo. You know who talks like that? The same dudes that are pulling statues over and getting crushed by them. It was a serial crushing. Fishing rod pouches, right on. Jeff, what's the name of your company, man? Okay, so tooth fairy pouch. Outer Banks. Right on, man. Right on. You got some videos? You got some YouTube videos where you're in like an old brick building? Is that you? Is that who I'm thinking of? I think I've seen some of your stuff. Maybe on targeted marketing on Instagram or somewhere. Not you. Okay. I wish you guys could smell this. What's Fujiwara? I don't know, Leo. What is it? The fact that I don't even know what Fujiwara is. Is that like Teotihuacan? Is that like the Bud? Blue Ridge? No, I know Blue Ridge Overland. I know them. Our product's way nicer. And one of those guys was a fucking asshole at Overland, and the other kid was pretty cool. And our shit's way nicer. Theirs cost less, though. If you're comfortable with the price you're charging on your product, you're not charging enough. They make me a bag to put over my head for when Joe Biden and DNC comes on TV. Have you seen a video in a while? Any bolt bags? I'll just ignore you. Combat cat. All right, guys. I'm going to Facebook. Normal live feed. So come over, join us. We talk for about an hour, and we can discuss literally anything you want. And I do that every night at 9 o'clock on Facebook. Cologne that you said is better than Killian. Check out Killian. I don't know what's going on with the market for luxury goods like that right now. Although I would assume that most people buying $400 bottles of cologne and $1,000 bottles of perfume and shit financially are probably not affected. So that market might be just fine. There's some good Instagram fragrance channels also on Instagram, and you'll find some pretty cool scents that way too. All right, guys. We'll head over to Facebook now.